are going to finish off on Ballistic High-Speed, filming a grenade exploding at 5 million frames per second. Grenade explosion slow-mo. Oh yes, this is gonna be a good one, I think. It's 35 minutes long, so let's jump in.
You ever seen a grenade at 5 million frames per second? If you haven't, you're about to. Fire in the hole!
Not. Oh, that's
Ever
right.
since we did bullets at multiple millions of frames per second, #1 comment was explosives, explosives, explosives.
A savior was found. Thanks for bringing us out.
Sure.
So go ahead and who are you, where are we, and what are we gonna do?
Well, I'm Matt Barnett, and we're at the Benetti Explosives Demolition Range, and these guys have got some super high-speed camera to capture some things I've always wondered about.
We should probably start with something small like squibs or blasting caps. What other stuff you got? You probably got everything, but we got deck cord we could look at.
Yeah, and then of course we have some hand grenade bodies that we're going to examine how they come from together.
Yeah, because we've done grenades before, right? And it was like 1 frame, and it was out, next frame is like that. So now we can probably tenfold our frame rate for that and hopefully see
this is gonna be awesome.
What's going on inside a grenade.
Actually, the grenade one I think is going to be fascinating because the whole concept of the grenade is it's not so lethal because of the explosion. It's lethal because of the shrapnel. Because with your standard pineapple grenade, it's formed that way because every bump in the pineapple grenade is designed so that when the grenade explodes, every little bump in the pineapple grenade turns into a lethal projectile. And now we can actually see that in slow motion.
Which is just going to be wild.
It doesn't even make sense.
Right? Yeah, it's going to be the ultimate Death Star.
So as someone that understands explosives innately, we'd love to show you footage like this so you can, even yourself, understand what's going on better.
Yeah, I learn something every day, and I have no doubt I'm going to learn more watching this. I'm excited.
All right, well, we can head to the shop first, do some small stuff. We could explore Schlieren, and then we can come back out here and do bigger stuff.
Okay.
Cool, let's get to it. Welcome back to Ballistic High-Speed.
New opening. Thank you, Wolfie.
All right, before we begin our journey of high explosives, we're here indoors, and we've got Matt from Hadlin Imaging.
Hey guys, brought the Shimadzu X3 out again for you.
May recognize him from our 20 million frames a second bullets. So we've got the X3 here, and we're doing what's called Schlieren imaging, which is a fun word. It's German, right? Streak imaging. We've got a light that's going to pulse here. It's going to travel across the shop over here towards our wonderful friend Adam. And as the light is here, what's going to take place?
We have these little squib explosives. When you're watching movies, when someone gets shot, it's like, it's actually this. They didn't actually get shot. I hope that didn't ruin your favorite movie. It'll basically just be set up, I assume, just in the middle of the mirrors where we're going to need it. And then when it explodes, it's going to disturb light. That's back to you.
Yeah, you could disturb the air with heat by just moving gases through there, and this is sensitive enough that we'll see all those disturbances. So even something small like this is going to produce a nice spherical wavefront of a shock wave. And so as that's happening, this light is going to hit this parabolic mirror and then begin the journey back down here to our telephoto lens. This blade is going to cut the light in half, which is going to give us a contrast because light that was originally going to hit the sensor down there is now getting blocked because as that wavefront is refracting light, it does all kinds of weird optic stuff. And that'll go back onto our sensor and it will record whatever is happening. So we're pulsing light, setting off a detonation, light's coming back, and we're seeing it at, what are we starting at, 500,000? 500,000 frames a second. So we're going to do a few tests with, we got different sizes of squibs and maybe even a blasting cap.
Maybe a blasting. That's all we can do indoors.
Yeah. So we're going to study some shockwave dynamics, then we're going to go outside. Also, we're going to have a Pepperbox exclusive that's going to be more in depth behind the scenes. So if you're on Pepperbox, we'll see you over there as well. Neat. But we're going to get to it and do some detonations. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Sheesh. Dusty.
Okay. Okay, you're not seeing a whole lot other than the flames.
Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at, oh, wow, look at the wave pattern. Look at how you're seeing the arches in the wave pattern coming off of it. Oh, that is fascinating.
Oh, yeah. Adam, come over here.
And it's a pulsed
Oh
wave
my
pattern
God.
too.
The shock waves off of each of the fragments.
Oh, that's impressive.
Like all of those.
Yeah. Looks like you're looking at like
That-
bacteria in a
yeah,
microscope.
Science, bitch.
It's almost too big of a blast for the mirror size. That's how big that is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If we go a little earlier,
Wow.
we should see this shock wave rebound off the table and come back up.
Oh yeah. We might have to cut frame rate a little for that.
This is a good point to remind you that this camera pushes what is possible with a digital sensor to such an extent that it is limited to just 256 frames per capture. That's just a little
Yikes.
over 10 seconds of playback, so we are constantly having to balance and adjust our frame rate to make the most of this super short record time.
All right, ready to go.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1.
So this time we lowered the frame rate to 250,000 to try to get the reflecting shockwave off the table.
With a set number of frames we can capture, the faster
see
we
it?
capture them per second, the less time we have to record.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
You see how quickly it's thinning out too from the inverse square
Holy
law.
crap.
As we get over 1 million frames per second,
Okay, that was,
the less
look at the
time we have
rebound.
to record.
That was
There we go.
fascinating.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
goodness. You see how quickly it's thinning out too from the inverse
That's
square law.
fascinating.
As we get over 1 million frames per second, our record time is far less than a millisecond. And at a maximum of 20 million, we have to get our timing dial to just 12 microseconds.
Oh God.
This is a challenge that we'll have to address throughout this entire video.
Super cool. Awesome. Okay, you want to try to up the frame rate now? Hit 1 million?
Go. 3, 2, 1.
So crisp. So loud.
Okay. Nice. Oh.
Look at all those little starfishes coming
Oh,
out.
look at the ripple. Oh my God. Did you see the way that the waves were rippling in the top? Like, right here. They're like
Look at all
rippling
those little
outward.
starfishes
multiple.
coming out. The little pieces of cardboard.
Oh God, look at that.
The explosion isn't perfectly instant across the whole material. It's a spreading shockwave of detonation. So we're getting sub little pockets of explosion. Well, I don't think we're going to gain much more by going to 2 million because that's pretty slow.
Shot I came up with a while back that I wanted to see in action. We've got the squib here right at the foci of this ellipse, and the shock wave as it expands out and reflects off the ellipse should come back into focus right over here where the other foci is. I don't know, they're gonna look pretty cool watching shock waves bounce. So
Yeah, and this is the only way we could visualize it is with Schlieren. Yeah, so you're saying any spherical propagation from this point should all
Yep.
reconverge right back over
and
here.
yep, come right back into a sharp focus there.
Is this theory or is this going to work?
No, that'll work.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
Everyone's ready? 3, 2, 1.
This little bonus shot. Let's watch physics in action. Look how clear that is.
Look at it bend.
And dink. Right there, right on the edge.
Die.
That's so.
Were you guys able to see that, or was I in the way? Hang on. Let me shift a little bit. Look towards right here.
And dink. Right there, right on the edge. That's so cool. This is why you go to geometry
It
class,
reformed.
folks.
It's not that it's bouncing
so
back.
we
It's
are-
that it's not so much that it was bouncing back. It's like the wave dispersed across the ellipses on both sides, and then when it reached the perimeter of the ellipses, those shock waves coalesced and then reformed into a secondary micro pop right here. So the two shock waves merged and like basically created a secondary micro pop right here at the perimeter of the ellipses.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we are moving from the large squib load all the way up to a blasting cap
which is not what that is.
No, we're waiting on our explosives expert to get here to swap it out. And over the last 48 hours, I have been getting lobotomized with talks of nanoseconds and microseconds.
That's a good word.
And, like all sorts of stuff. So can you bring this into the ballpark that anyone watching this can understand how fast are you talking?
Well, the common phrase is blink of an eye, right? The blink of an eye is usually on the order of hundreds of milliseconds, right?
Okay.
The explosion time, detonation, is usually on the order of tens of microseconds.
Okay.
So we are 4 orders of magnitude, an order of magnitude being 10 times.
Okay.
Shorter of a time scale than the blink of an eye. So it's 10,000 times we have funneled into time to get down to microseconds.
So by the time I blink, that could have happened 10,000 times.
Or more. Just depends.
Okay, I will break this down even further. When they really crank up the speed, you're seeing what's happening. You basically have flash vision. You know the Flash, the Speedster? When they really crank up the frames per second, you're basically seeing how the Flash sees things when he is going super speed. If you want to really break it down, that's how fast it is. So when the Flash is like, moving at super speeds, he's seeing the world like as though looking through a constant high-speed camera. That's how he sees the world. Yeah, well, Quicksilver's not as fast as the Flash. Flash is much faster than Quicksilver. And that's why I use the Flash as the example, because he is faster than Quicksilver. It's even faster than it's even better than Bullet Time Tornado, because when they're cranking it up to like the 2 million, I think it's even faster than Bullet Time. And so that's why and yeah, it's just incredible.
On, when
so
you
for like a
classify the
sec,
explosion,
for a
right?
second,
I hear the experts
we can
rolling in
pretend
now,
we're the
so
Flash.
we're gonna get this wired up and start ramping stuff up.
Sounds good.
You're gonna do the fire in the holes, yeah?
Just be on this side, make sure you can't see that.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Oh, that was way louder.
Everything triggered. We missed it. We missed it. We missed it. We missed it. We're gonna have to do another one. The blasting caps have a longer inherent delay to blow up from a trigger time than those squibs did, so the Shimatsu didn't see it.
Actually, I got an even better one. We are in over-caffeinated fry vision. How about that? We are 100 cups of coffee fry vision with this.
Anything. So that's why we have the TMX camera. The TMX records for many seconds, so we can see from trigger frame to when it detonates what that delay is, and then reduce that delay and reprogram it into the Shimatsu. So we're just gonna have to go again. Going hot! Fire in the hole!
Hey.
So fun.
This is one of those things, like there's nothing to see until the cameras are done.
Did they get it?
Yep, we got it. We got it.
Yes! That's directional. Oh. Oh, interesting.
Look how the other photogenic is lighting up the gases for us.
That's interesting how it's so directional. You get like it's funneling, like you're seeing the cloud here, but I think that might be gas. The majority of the explosive force is aimed. I mean, it's a blasting cap, so it's doing its job. This is exactly what it's supposed to do, because with a blasting cap, it is a directional charge, because a blasting cap is typically placed into like C4 or something like that, or dynamite. And so it's directing its explosive force into the explosive, the larger explosive. It's just fascinating to see at high speed.
Watch the top of the blasting cap.
The glass
You
you're
see
hearing
a
is just
bulge?
editing sounds.
You can see
They
it
put that in
wrinkling
post.
up.
Oh, yeah.
So you have the inertia of the metal trying to get shoved out, but since all the explosion is released, all we have is just energy pushing up, and it's like a soda can just getting crushed I did not think that that's something we would see.
That is freaking wild.
This looks like a chandelier of death.
And what frame did you run this
Yeah.
at?
This is about $500,000.
$500,000? Nice. I didn't expect it to go off at that end first.
Yeah. First frame would have been that.
First frame would have been this.
So now we could cut out like 40. Where is it? Oh, peak brightness is perfect. Someone else want to do the honors?
I'm playing with my.
What's showing on the Schleren? On the Schleren? That? Yeah. Oh, the metal folding?
Chandelier of death.
And what frame did you?
Yeah. Where it's basically, all of the metal from the blasting cap just gets collapsed. It collapsed upward.
Cut out like 40. Where is it? Oh, peak brightness is perfect. Someone else want to do the honors?
I'm playing with my pickle.
You want to do it?
Can't let you have all the fun.
All right. On you.
All right, going hot. Fire in the hole. Spicy.
Let's go take a look. The camera's blown up.
Did you feel it in your bones? Is it perfect?
You know I did, I just didn't want to say it.
You just didn't say it? Okay. Well, I don't know if it counts then.
Come on.
Oh. Oh my
Wow.
God.
What? Goodness.
Wow.
Go back, I gotta see that again.
You start to see it, and then the explosive just overcomes the
goodness.
visual of the metal.
That is wild.
Just look at that. I don't know how to describe that. That massive smooshed air propagation. It's so multi-layered and
It looks like the old nuke.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's actually kind of cool, like how much that whole.
Like, look at that. Multi-layer. You're seeing 2 layers of concussive pressure. You got your front layer here, and then your back layer here, and there's a distinct separation line between the two of them. Oh, that's
Holds it
interesting.
that's nuts.
Dang. Good job, guys.
Now I just wish that was actually an atomic bomb.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
At this point, we wanted to remove the Schleren setup and get our photogenic strobe lights in as close as possible. We can then put a macro lens on the Shimatsu and crank our frame rate.
No, Zed, that back one is not a shadow. I think it's literally 2 separate blast waves. So when the blasting cap exploded, it flowered like that, and you had a front and rear blast wave both coming up side by side to one another. So it's not, and that's what he was saying. Where I think that's where Adam was saying it was multi-layered. Wait, maybe that wasn't Adam that said that. But he was saying that like it's multi-layered, and that's what I think that was. Is you saw literally 2 layers of concussive force, like front and back of one another.
Well over 1 million to see just how these things detonate.
Who's detonating?
Can I do it?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Fire in the hole!
Hey,
Why does it seem louder every
I
time?
don't know.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
well, that's tough to make out.
Because all of that happens in here, we could easily do 5, maybe 10 million.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Bryce.
Go back to the beginning and do frame by frame. Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's good. Okay, so
Oh.
we could probably get lights closer, expose down even more.
Get in closer on it with more tubes if you want. So if you want more zoom on that, like we could just fill the frame with that.
Yeah.
We got enough light.
Okay. We only use like 25% of our RAM before it's just dust. Let's do 5 million.
Do you want to hit it, Lexi?
Yeah, let's let Lexi do it.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Fire in the hole!
Oh,
It's
they get it?
mid-explosion. That would have been
beginning.
perfect.
I didn't take anything
Oh.
off of that.
Go back to the first frame.
Did we lose it?
Look how close we were.
Oh.
Despite how insanely accurate our electronic timing is for the lights, the camera, and the action, we're starting to realize that there comes a point where some things are just outside of our control. The blasting cap itself. This basically resulted in a game of cat and mouse for most of the night. A problem that we fully realize and solve the next filming day when we explore Detcord. But for now, to finish off night 1, we back the frame rate off from 5 million down to 3 to press our luck one more time.
I feel like a superstar, all these lights.
Oh my gosh, is that Bryce from Ballistic High-Speed? Bang!
Ready?
Yep.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! I feel it in my bones.
Dude, that's gotta be it. That was too gangster not to.
Too gangster.
That's too gangster.
Please work. Please work. Yes!
All
yes!
right.
Wow. Angle's a little bit low.
Good job,
we couldn't see
gentlemen.
the
Good
full
job.
fold
That
up.
was so good. Okay. We could have done 5 million.
I know.
All right, go back to the beginning. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, interesting. You see, look at that. You see it bubble up right here for the explosion. That's fascinating. I would have expected like the full detonation to occur right at the tip, but it actually starts a little bit up from the tip and then explodes outward and then folds up. Ooh. Interesting.
Look at that stretching. You're actually getting the metal spreading thinner and thinner until it reaches its shear point.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Go back to when it starts. Your bridge wire got hot. Your primary went off first. You see the bulge of it. Now, watch as it continues. Okay, now it's going to your main charge.
I see.
Holy.
There it goes.
So what is all of this?
Nothing.
Just empty tube
Oh,
collapsing.
empty tube, yeah.
So we literally are seeing an empty cylinder crunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen
Oh.
it that.
Okay. I don't think I ever really knew that about blasting caps. That all of this is empty and your primary charge and main charge is only right here and that's it. I don't think I ever knew that. Oh, that's interesting.
I've never seen it that detailed and that slow.
It's 1/3 millionth of a second from that to the next.
And I mean, that makes sense.
333 nanoseconds of difference. Billionths of a second.
Yeah, you're watching a chemical reaction wavefront.
All right, now that we're done with some stuff in the shop, we are outside exploring one of our favorite topics, which is det cord.
So the reason that we were studying all of that is because this blasting cap is going to be used to detonate this det cord. So we wanted to see exactly how they work. Now we're going to hand it over to an expert who's going to help us detonate this so we can capture it at...
We always start low to get timing, so we'll probably be at 500,000 frames per second. It's crazy that that's a low
Yeah,
number.
the low number.
So that way we have plus or minus so we can get timing if something's off a little bit. But ideally, I want to get in tight and get 5, 10, maybe 20 million frames a second. Like, see the fibers come apart in this. Have you ever seen that?
I've
That would
never
be
seen
interesting.
The fibers come apart because usually what happens when the det cord is detonating is it's so bright, it just kind of bleaches everything out.
Yeah. So our goal is to
That's gonna
blast
be
it with
that's
so
gonna be
much
tough to
light
overcome.
that we can take all the exposure down and all of that brightness comes down to where we can actually see the material.
And I've seen your Instagram. This is probably one of the simplest things you've ever set up.
You know, sometimes the details are where it's
Yeah.
at. In some of the simplest things, you'll find something new. There's a primary explosive in here. When the bridge wire gets hot, it will detonate. It will set off the main charge of high explosive, and when that detonates, it'll set this off.
And it's cool that we have now seen that take place. We know exactly what's happening in there now. And
Yeah.
then that'll race across 10 times faster than a rifle bullet, which is just insane.
And then once we get this, we have some stuff that's actually going to throw some frag.
Yeah. Going hot! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
That was thoughty. Down. Oh, that's awesome.
Everything triggered? Oh, there it was. Dude, look at our
Oh,
exposure.
that's awesome.
The frame rate's not high yet, but dude,
not
Adam,
usually-
you gotta come check this
Wait,
out.
that
God, I'm getting
wave
yelled
was just
at.
cool
Our
looking.
exposure was perfect first
Okay,
try. I mean,
that's good.
it could be tweaked, I guess, but just do frame by frame.
It's like a jet.
And this is only 500,000 frames a second. We could do tenfold this.
You will see the fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Go more macro.
Let's keep
But, Chip,
everything the
see,
same
Yep.
and
look,
just do more frames.
You could actually see the remaining fibers too. Look at that. Like you didn't see the fibers coming off, but you can see the remaining fibers floating away from it after the explosion. Oh, that is
the
neat.
same and just do more frame rate and work on our trigger time here.
So I'm curious what it's going to do to that wire. You can see what it's doing to the wire.
I mean, look at it, it's fine.
It could be the rope. You're right, it could be the
The
rope.
wire survived that.
Yeah. I was always told you could hold det cord and you'd be fine. No. Wait, that's shock tube.
Today on Fact or Cap.
Yeah.
Det cord, take 2. All right. Good.
Yep.
Fire in the hole!
Okay. Okay. That's the one we already saw. I don't know if we got... I don't know if we saw fiber. That's tough. I can't tell if... It's hard to tell if this is like the fiber cooking off or if that's just a part of the explosion. Because with that darker color, that could be the fiber expanding out before it gets cooked, perhaps.
So to me, that looks like the PETN is igniting, right?
Yes.
And then there's always this little dark patch before we get flames again. And I'm just curious what you think that is.
I think one could be excess carbon from the chemistry. It's coming out, it hasn't been consumed in the reaction, it's meeting with oxygen and it's igniting because it's very hot. The other could be the plastic sheathing of the det cord itself is being consumed. Plastic burns black, got a lot of carbon to it, and then, but it's so hot that as it meets the oxygen, it's igniting. So that would explain the little dark spots and then the flashes.
Going hot!
That's what I was
2.5
thinking.
million frames a second. Fire in the hole! Come on, come on, come on. Oh,
Is he gonna get it?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh no. What have you done?
It's Matt's fault.
What have you done?
The problem we're dealing with here is the blasting caps when they're getting detonated. There's, I don't know, maybe a 20 microsecond, 50 microsecond kind of plus or minus of when they're all detonating. So we're telling the camera to record this very precise moment of time. And sometimes it's blasting in it, sometimes it's before or after, no matter what we tell the timing. So it's kind of a guessing game. 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. Those are going to be challenging. We need more frame rate. So we're going to do what's called a break wire. This is going to twist a wire around part of the explosive. The Shimatsu camera has a signal through these wires, and the instant that that conductivity is broken, like breaking the wire, the camera knows, and we can do whatever we want at that point. Our timing of the lighting and the explosion is usually good. That's the easy part, but we have some plus or minus of this blasting cap. So if we want 5 million, 10 million frames a second, this might be our only bet.
Kind of like in ammo manufacturing, there's a tolerance on how much powder there is.
May not be like instant, but by the time it's propagated past it, that should be well broken. So we can pad the RAM there a little bit, but I think this is our last bet, but I think it'll work.
We can now remove all of the variables of the manufacturing tolerances of the blasting caps and just wait for it to occur. And because of the Shimatsu's infinitely looping RAM buffer, it just waits for that 5-volt TTL signal to collapse to 0 volts. And we can then pinpoint almost the exact frame that this happens. Like in this test shot where we told the camera to end the recording once the signal drops, and sure enough, the last frame is this. So for this next test at 2.5 million frames per second, all we had to do was place the break wire just outside of frame, tell the Shimatsu to start the recording there, and we're off to the races.
Walk.
Yep, we got it. It's perfect. We got it.
Easy. Look at the and I still think that that may actually be the charred plastic before it actually gets consumed by the explosive in the fire. Hello. The texture of the flames is incredible. Wow. That is so neat.
Yes, we're going to blow up our sticker.
Yeah,
again,
okay.
as we do. 5 million frames a second. We're going to rip det cord right through it.
Nice. 5 million?
5 million. If this turns out good, it might be our new intro. Let us know what you think in the comments. Either way, we're going to see some det cord through a sticker at 5 million frames a second.
5 million
so.
because
it's their
of the
new
break
intro.
wire.
We saw
the break
it.
wire is just working. So.
All right.
Here we go.
Blowing up the Ballistic High-Speed sticker. Fire in the hole!
Our sticker!
You broke my toy!
Oh my goodness.
awesome! Oh, that was awesome!
Oh, nice.
You can still see it bleeding light through. Look at, oh my God.
Good call on going through the middle instead of across the top.
Yeah.
Is that the...
And I wonder, is this like the threads of the sticker just on fire? Like, look at the way it's stretched like this. I think this is the material of the sticker being stretched while simultaneously on fire.
That's the fibers of the sticker. That's the new intro. It's got to be, right?
Yes! Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh, that is so fucking cool. That is so cool. I love it.
Dude, that's nuts. You want to see this?
They're like, oh, that's AI. That looks so clean.
The fibers.
Right in the middle.
So that's first time we've done det cord at 5
Lovely.
million frames per second.
Oh, that's 5 million?
Yeah,
Oh,
here.
well, that's the first time I've ever seen that.
That's our new intro, right? It's got to be.
That looks really cool.
That's pretty sweet. All right, what do you want to do next?
Exploding det cord at 10 million frames per second. Fire in the hole!
Okay.
All right, 10 million frames per second, det cord. Oh my goodness.
You can see the strands.
Yeah, if we go to
Wow, you
right
really can.
here.
You can see the binding.
Where is he seeing the binding? Oh, is he talking about this? Wow. Oh.
You can see the wrap in the cord, the whole thing.
Because that's internal to it, right?
Yeah.
You don't see.
Oh, he's talking about the light travel. You can see, oh, he's talking about, like, you can see the little markers here of the wrap of the cord like this. You can see, you can actually see the wrapping of the cord internally as the light from the explosive travels through it. Oh, that is so fucking
On the
cool.
outside.
You can see the 6% negative oxygen balance too.
Yeah, that's all the black soot.
That's what that is? So keep in mind what we're seeing here is less than the width of his sticker here. That's all we're getting in frame, and it's taking that long to propagate. That's how insane our frame rate is here.
You know what we call that? Shimadzu fast.
Knowing the width of this frame of 2.9 inches and the precise frame rate of 10 million, that gives us the calculation of det cord propagation velocity of roughly 25,000 feet per second. As we mentioned earlier, this is 10 times faster than some rifle bullets, which gives us an interesting visual comparison if I place a bullet on screen with that relative speed. This is also over 17,000 miles per hour, which is getting close to 5 miles per second. It's also 7,600 meters per second, or just over Mach 22. This is incidentally the same speed as low Earth orbit velocity, the same speed as the International Space Station.
That is something else. Good work, gentlemen.
Now,
Holy
because of our limited
shit.
time on the range, we had to make the call to move on to the next topic. So while we weren't able to capture the det cord at the max speed of 20 million frames per second, we are able to simulate roughly what that would look like with some video editing magic. While this of course isn't a true 20 million, the frame interpolation does give us a pretty good look at it. And you can see by the time code here just how slowly we are ticking through time. In my opinion, 10 million reveals enough of what's going on with the det cord that I don't think 20 million would reveal all that much more, especially with the timing now being twice as difficult to capture. So for the sake of time, we gotta move on.
All right, while we get set up for this next explosive, we do have to thank our sponsor, SDI, so that we can keep doing these massive productions like this. There'll be a link in the description so you can check them out. It's an online gunsmithing school where you can get your start in gunsmithing and you can take it all the way to an Associates of Science in Firearm Technology. You're gonna learn about ballistic calculations, shooting sports management. They do stuff like hydrographics, basic firearm maintenance. Sounds like I'm gonna go blow something up. SDI.edu. Let's go! Now we're moving into actual M67 grenades.
The grenade is in this concrete pit over here.
Yep.
We have a mirror that's going to bounce infrared 808 nanometer laser light that's pulsing with the high-speed camera. It's going to bounce the laser light around the corner off the mirror onto the grenade. The Shimatsu's over here, protected by ballistic glass. It's on a telephoto lens looking all the way down into that pit. We're using the infrared light to illuminate it because remember those strobe lights we were using? We don't want those that close to a grenade. So we're using basically a beam of lasers so we get more distance out of it. So bouncing a laser, light comes back into the camera, and it's safer.
Willing to sacrifice a mirror, not so much 3 strobe lights at a time.
We've got like 6 mirrors, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
And 1 pineapple grenade.
I'm excited to see the difference.
So what's the putty you're wrapping around it there?
So this is what's called sheet explosives or data sheet. This is C1.5. The C number is the thickness of it, and it's typically made with RDX or PETN. This stuff's really great for boosting our grenade because the detonator that comes with it, the detonator assembly, has a much spicier cap, if you will. So this gives us a little bit of extra boost to make sure that grenade's gonna go.
Yeah, we're lazy.
Nice.
Blazing.
All right, a real grenade.
Here we go.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Woo! Fire in the hole! Woo! Dang!
Hey,
Look at all
Yeah.
that dust.
that's
that was a little bigger than
spicy
jet
meatball.
Okay, first grenade, we let all the nasty particulates air out. So here's ground zero, and there's just a tick, 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 tick.
Look
It's
at
kind
the
of cool. You can see
shrapnel.
even the braking patterns on the concrete. You can tell it was going
Wow.
up as
Yeah.
well.
Here's high speed. Oh, dude.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is that?
That was
Like the Death Star blowing
wild.
up. It's
Wait, look at this seam. You actually get like a seam at the point of explosion. But yes, you see, it bows out, and when it reaches critical mass, it literally okay, I was wrong. It didn't really have a seam. It just fucking goes. But you can see the shrapnel. You can see all the pieces starting to detach that will become shrapnel. Like you can see, look here. You can see all of these pieces that are starting to separate from the casing that will function as the shrapnel.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like the Death Star blowing up in Star Wars.
So watch
Holy
here, I
crap.
think is where the detonation starts. We can go frame by frame. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the frag starting to show.
Oh, look at it looks like a golf ball.
the frag.
No way.
Freaking awesome.
Yes.
How many frames was this?
This is 2 million.
2 million? Okay, sweet.
And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm reasonably sure that the casing for the grenade is made specifically to frag like this. Like a million little pieces that will just explode out with detonation. The casing, I think, is actually made to fragment specifically like this.
You ever think you get to see a grenade like that?
These all look like
Yeah,
22
I wanna see
LR
the
bullet
pineapple.
hole
Look how
impacts.
round they are.
We could see from the high speed, it looks like it's creating BBs of
Yes.
metal. It's not like a pineapple grenade where you can see the obvious.
More like, he's saying BBs. I would say more like flechette. If you look at the high speed, it's not creating BBs, it's creating flechettes when the casing ruptures. Because you notice they're not rounded, they're more pointed. So the fragments are basically like a million flechettes flying in every which direction.
Pineapple grenade where you can see the obvious shape of where it's going to fracture. We didn't know what to expect, and it basically turns into a golf ball,
Yeah.
and
The almost darts, that's what a flechette is. Where it's like dart shaped, those are called flechettes.
each little divot is shrapnel.
I was very curious how they went from such an obvious to,
Yeah.
I was like, what, it just breaks into random splinters or something?
No.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that they're like pepper flakes. Look at that. When you see them coming out, look at how pointy they are. They're not like irregular flake sized. They're actual, like, they look like points, almost like darts. You notice how they're all pointy and they look like they're darts versus like irregularly shaped flakes? That's why I said they look more like the
It's not like a
Fletchettes.
pineapple grenade where you can see the divot.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I was very curious how they went from such an obvious to.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It just breaks into random splinters or something?
No, it's very
incorrect.
controlled. Turns out they still do engineering these days.
Who'd have thunk it?
Now it's going to be twice as many holes in a few minutes, hopefully.
Yeah.
So now we can do another version that's darker. We could do 5 million, I bet. We could do shorter shutter speed, iris down a little bit, and just do it again.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Let's run it back.
Good first test. Good. We just need to pan left on that a little bit. Will you aim this towards me?
Freaking lasers.
That works. I'm going to put this down at F8.
What do you want this at?
If we're going to do 5 million, let's do 100 damage. We're doing 5 million frames a second.
5 million.
You ever seen a grenade at 5 million frames per second? Tell the truth now. If you haven't, you're about to. You better subscribe. Okay, if you have, I'm sorry. Comment below. We'd love to know who you are and how you saw that.
Yeah.
Lasers are good? Okay. Going hot! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Oh, that one's sparky. Oh, that was sparky.
Dang. Never disappoints.
Dude, look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Damn.
Oh, you captured it.
Yeah, just to see the chemical reaction going on there. This is Comp B, right?
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
looks super volatile. I mean, that looks like the inside of a nuclear detonation, basically.
Right.
But you can see all the different variation and density and...
Yeah, and Comp B is very dirty. It makes a lot of carbon.
Okay.
There's not enough oxygen in there to consume it, so that's what you see is the carbon being formed and then consuming as it meets atmospheric oxygen.
So
yeah, it's like, look how dirty that is.
Interesting.
Exposure time to go on. At 5 million.
Oh, damn.
Still hear it crackling.
Sorry about your mirror. Broke it in your toy.
Oh, oh, shit.
All right, moving on to the last shot of the day of the project, everything. What's in your hand?
Got an old World
Pineapple.
War II pineapple grenade. This came in actually over from Hawaii as part of a UXO project Matt was working on.
Okay. So the difference is these are pre-serrated or defined where it should fragment. We should see it fracture at all those seams, right? You would think?
Yeah, so on the M67, the modern fragmentation grenade, that score, we call that in the explosives industry scoring, that's all internal. So it looks like
Okay, so that
There you go. Okay, there you go. If you you want to know what the internal is. So they actually pre-scored the entire interior specifically to do that. Nice. Okay, that's cool.
that's machined into it.
correct.
Okay.
It's actually cast, but that's cast steel. These are cast iron. Over time, as the war efforts continued, they ran out of cast explosives, so they were using it for more important things.
Okay.
So they started using flake smokeless powder
Got it.
inside of hand grenades.
So
And that's
not
what we're
quite as volatile as what we just did.
Correct.
Okay.
We're anticipating a similar speed of detonation closer to TNT
Got it.
versus Comp B was a little faster.
So we're leaving the GWAT and we're going back to World War II.
yeah, we're going back to Grandpappy's.
Grandpappy. Since the first phone call, I don't know how long ago, this is what I've
This
been
is
waiting
what we
for.
wanted. There we go. I see something.
Ah, the timing on this has got to be perfect.
5 million frames a second.
5 million?
5 million.
Hell
We
yeah.
got one.
The
All right,
timing
the
has got
shot
to
I've
be
been waiting a month
perfect.
for. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Well, that had a cool echo over there.
Yeah.
I hope they got this. Oh, I hope they got this.
And that was a piece of World War II history, just like that.
Let's go see it.
Let's go see it. Give me some good news. Give me some good news.
Whoa.
Yes! Oh, and you can totally see it start too. Yes.
Totally different blast. You just get all that flame detail.
Oh,
Excellent work.
shit.
Great job, Matt.
And we get
look
this
at the
cool
directionality
shadow
of the
from the
blast.
retroreflective panel we put back there, so that infrared laser is bouncing off of that and backlighting our shot too.
Look at that.
By speed ramping this shot back and forth, you're able to see the initial swelling of the grenade's cast iron body as the flakeless powder begins reacting, before finally cracking apart and releasing all of its destructive energy.
Oh, cool.
You get to
That
see
is
some of the
so
seams
cool.
form.
Yeah. Always wondered about those seams.
It's so different on
Yeah.
this.
Wow, you really do see the line.
Such a different explosion.
That is so neat. And just look at the directionality of the blast too. You're seeing a focus down here and a bit up
So
at the
now
top
we have a
too as
direct
it's exploding
comparison
out.
between old technology grenade and modern technology grenade. The M67 looks way more lethal. Well, as you can see, our mirror took a beating again. We haven't had one time where the mirror survived. Just barely got clipped up there. But notice how the hole is bigger, because those chunks are bigger than those M67 grenades.
Yeah.
What's going on back here? Do any of these look different?
Looks like a grenade went off in here.
So these small ones are from the M67. These big ones are from the pineapple, but there's just less of them.
Okay, well, I think that's probably a wrap on, I'm going to say, the first of many to come.
Turns out everything is ultra interesting with the Shimatsu.
Yes.
The categories are endless.
And I got to see a little bit that we can't quite show over here. He has a lot more that we can do out here.
If you're already on Pepperbox, we have another great episode going up with a lot of behind the scenes of this. There's just so much stuff that we can't show on YouTube because either YouTube doesn't like it or these videos get so long that people don't really watch it. So if you like the behind the scenes content, head over to pepperbox.tv. There's a link in the description below. Go join us over there. I know already in the comments, you probably want to see shape charges.
Ooh, yeah, get it like inverting.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, happy 2026, by the way. We filmed this in December, but it's just now coming out. So hopefully you appreciate all the effort we put into these videos. It would do a lot for us if you subscribed. We have merch over at bunkerbranding.com. You can get stickers, and that sticker we blew up, go get one and blow it up yourself. Send us a video. Hopefully it's at 5 million frames a second.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.
God, that was so cool. That was awesome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The more you know. Oh, but that was incredible. I loved that. That was a great way to finish the stream. A very explosive way to finish the stream.